ages past, heroes defeated the Dark Elf matriarch to save Ancaria. Her son Zane swore revenge because he wanted to kill her first. He brought war to the lands in search of the legendary artifact, the Heart of Ancaria. Once he almost succeeded in reaching the heart, but was ultimately foiled at the Seraphim Citadel. So he swore revenge again, and turned Ancaria into his personal outhouse for a century. But when all hope seemed lost, a wanderer returned to the Seraphim. Sister Telari, oldest of the Seraphim, but don't tell her I said that, returned from a mysterious journey bearing blessings from the gods, new allies for the battles ahead, and an omen, Arya, the first child of immortal parents, and a gift for the struggle ahead. For the gods had blessed Arya with telepathic powers so potent she can predict her mother's dinner plans 3 days in advance. She's that good. Knowing that the Seraphim could not defeat Zane alone, Sister Telari formed a plan to gather the greatest warriors of all the peoples of Ancaria. In time, the call is answered. The fiery Saphiri sail forth from their islands, axes in hand. Ancarian rangers cast off their cloaks and rush with their spears into battle. The Kukuri archers, whose arrows darken the skies, depart their mountains. Even the holy Seraphim return to the world to strike down the Ashen Empire. Together they would strive to defend the defenseless, save the unsaved, and put an end to Zane's unending quest for vengeance once and for all. At Telari's insistence, Arya would guide and support them from a safe distance. The situation is dire. Emperor Zane seeks to slake his thirst for revenge with the heart of Ancaria in the city of Helios. A small group of heroes must thus stand against an entire empire. The time for resistance is now!
So I assume we're not here to stand dramatically around a table?
My apologies. The Resistance needs you all desperately to fight off Zane and his Ashen Empire. Some of you have been chosen as the greatest warriors of your people.
And then there's me.
This is my daughter Arya. She will guide you. She may be young and untested, but she is the best telepath we have.
Thanks.
Now, for the matter at hand. Helios, the pride of the Saphiri, was the last free city in Ancaria.
Was? We have a saying, he who interrupts a storyteller spoils the ending.
As I was saying, the Saphiri people have long defended Helios, along with the Heart of Ancaria, the land's most powerful artifact.
I've seen it. It's as big as my head.
And it's under attack. The Ashen Empire found a way around its Saphiri guards. Zane hired a mercenary named Cartel to infiltrate and pillage Helios.
By my sunburn, I threw that creep into prison 3 times, and once into the ocean!
The Resistance reports that Cartel's men disguise themselves as traders and commoners, then attack the city from within.
Don't tell me it's too late to smack some holy justice into these guys.
You'll get your chance. Cartel's forces are sacking Helios as we speak, taking innocents prisoner, allowing the Ashen Empire to seize the heart.
Then let's get these heroes over there and get the Heart of Ancaria back.
It may be too late for that, but not for the people of Helios. Who will protect them if not for you?
You're right. Not sure I can get everyone there in one piece anyway. Forget I said that.
Cling to himself, Emperor Zane relishes his capture of the Heart of Ancaria. The powerful artifact is intimately linked to the world. The heart stays strong only as long as the land does. But by spreading death and destruction, Zane will weaken it and bend it to his intent. But more on that later. Zane's glee is interrupted with news. The Resistance, now spearheaded by a mere handful of heroes, continues to thwart him. He must strike and drown them with blood and fire. His words, not mine. The destruction of Ancaria has only begun. But the heroes have proven themselves, even after the loss of the Heart of Ancaria. They fight on undaunted, hoping they will daunt Zane in return. The fate of Ancaria appears to rest in Zane's hands, but it's not over yet.
What's with Arya?
She's sulking over the heart of Ankaria, but that's not your mission. Your mission is to stop Zane. Starting here. This is the island of Vorios. The remains of legendary Safiri heroes lie here, protected by a slumbering volcano.
I hate to break it to you, but it's not slumbering anymore.
Nature must be reacting to the loss of the heart, and Cartel's men are on a pillaging rampage through the island.
Then let's make it really, really hard for them to do that, shall we?
Strange. The Empire seems to be attacking left and right without any rhyme or reason, except to be mean.
Maybe this will make sense. Cartel ships have been spotted sailing towards the Pelias harbor.
By my Safiri homeland, that's a kick in the pants.
My people once captured 3 harbors and a chihuahua, but we returned them, except for the chihuahua.
Cartel won't return this harbor. He wanted to make it his own for years.
So how is this part of Zane's plans?
Pelias harbor is the shipping port for all of Ankaria.
If Cartel takes over Pelias Harbor, no supplies will ever arrive, and that would spell the end of the Resistance.
Sold me. Let's go!
A place of darkness. In our culture, we honor such places by shrieking and cowering in fear. Out of respect, what do you do?
We go inside.
To each his own.
This is the Shadar Cage, Zane's labor camp. That General Zeptic established it above the cursed ruins of Shadar Nur.
Looks homey.
You don't understand. All the civilian prisoners from Helios were brought there. If only I hadn't been such a huge noob in Helios, they wouldn't be there forging weapons that will kill their loved ones.
By the sunlight that makes me squint, they could be my loved ones.
We're gonna get them back. If you can infiltrate the Shadar Cage and open the gates, the Resistance can storm in.
And everyone will be free to do what they want, like beating the Helios out of Zane.
We have a saying, a celebration is merely prelude to more trouble, though that's usually a hangover.
Zeptic is our hangover. He poisoned the Korad Basin well water.
Why? If he wanted to fight the Seraphim, all he had to do was ask.
Zane is why. He assigned Zeptic to infect the well.
So, just so you know, the Korad Basin smells really bad. Like, epically bad.
The living are not dying as vociferously as I would like. I want them to die with enthusiasm. Mine, not theirs. Increase the poison!
If we don't act, he'll wipe out the forest, acting as a natural barrier between the Ashen troops and the Resistance.
I don't believe it.
That he'll kill thousands of innocents in the process.
Oh no, I believe that. He's a right bastard. I just think his plan might be bigger than that.
Then we'd better stop him. So, I think it's safe to say Zane is willing to destroy Ankaria to defeat the Resistance.
Or, you know, he wants to destroy the world and, oh yeah, fight a little too.
Well, about that?
This is the Naquali training ground of the Resistance. From here, the world's seed radiates its energy to all of Ankaria and the Resistance.
And you're gonna say Zane somehow found our training camp?
We were getting to that part. And it's actually Zane's general, Sundrax.
Sundrax and his troops are already pushing through the forest to crush us and destroy the seed.
Ha ha! Attack the trees! End them! Throw them up like a bad taquito! And do the same to the rebels!
He doesn't know how important the world's seed is. Maybe we have a chance?
We've got more than a chance. We've got heroes.
So, you know how it's weird that Zane, like, magically shows up wherever the Resistance is? Well, we might have figured out where that magic came from.
Your next mission will take you into the mountain tunnels of the Alcazaba mines.
Do we get to use a pickaxe?
Not as much fun as you'd think. I recommend a double-bladed axe. For justice, of course.
Of course.
In the north, we mine with our bare hands and cut diamonds with our teeth.
Ow.
About Zane's magic. You'll need to go deep into the ancient tunnels to find the hidden passage.
Scouts reported it the last time Zane's troops attacked. He brought them through the portal from Ashgar, the Ashen capital.
Put me outside this portal and I'll stop any army that comes through it.
Thanks, but that won't be necessary. You're all going to shut the portal down and make sure he never uses it again. We just don't know how.
But you do have me. Once you get close enough, I should be able to sense how it works. That's the plan, anyway. What do you say? At least act like you believe this will work.
I have faith in you.
sister. We're doomed.
This time we have the upper hand. The Resistance has uncovered a secret facility of the Ashen Empire. The big clue, of course, was the giant desert that didn't used to be there.
Apparently Zane has set up Palambron Keep to produce dark orbs.
You're gonna love those, she says sarcastically.
But he appears to be building a dark core as well.
What's that? I'm glad you asked.
The Keep's antennas siphon energy from the land. It turns the positive energy of Ankaria into dark energy for Zane.
That can't be good.
We have a saying, he who summons dark energy better not be afraid of the dark.
We can't be afraid either.
I like sunlight.
So we'll just destroy the dark core. How hard can it be?
Woo, glad you're not afraid of jinxes either.
What's with the high alert?
We discovered a dragon eating our porridge.
By my brother's vestigial tail! Zane found us! His army waits right at the base of the Ice Creek Sanctuary.
Sister, you don't look so well.
She's missing. My daughter is missing.
No. You don't think Arya went down there?
I would.
What was she thinking? She's sure to be captured by Zane. I can't...
Don't worry, Arya takes after her mum, and Zane was foolish enough to show up where we're strongest.
Here at the height of their powers, they send a little lamb to greet the wolf.
Ha! More like the weasel. Seraphim attack!
Slay the tyrant!
The lambs fancy themselves as jackals. The little lamb has fled, but she can't hide forever. Not with an army after her.
Gods! It'll be a massacre. I'll look for Arya, but you must fight Zane and his army, or we're lost. The haunted city Brave Rock was once the capital city of the Ankarian kingdom, but now it's ruined.
And surprise, we all know who we can thank for that. It starts with a Z and ends with a bite me.
Brave Rock was attacked and devastated by Zane and his Ashen forces in their mindless search for the heart of Ankaria. These battles transformed the city into an immense grave. But the spirits of the slain were put to rest and their slumber guarded, undisturbed, until today.
Let me guess.
An outpost informed us that the dead are rising from their tombs.
Now there's something we don't want Zane to hear about.
Yeah, he'll attack while we're distracted.
No. If he learns how it happened, he could raise an undead army. Anywhere.
Let's clean up.
Get ready, friends. This will be your most dangerous mission yet.
I like danger.
Far to the north lies Enigmar Fortress, guarded by Grimmux, but they'll be the least of your worries. It is here that Sundrax creates and trains the Ashen Empire's elite, the Legion of Dust, and forges the Empire's demonic weaponry.
So basically it's the heart of the Ashen war machine.
And you'll be too far from our lines for us to provide any support. You'll be on your own.
Hey, I'll be there, sort of. And you forgot to mention the rumor about a great evil lurking within. Come to think of it, I realize why you didn't mention that.
Sister Zalari, I've reached you at last. Your security is impressive. By the way, I had to knock down 3 walls to get in here.
We'll get that fixed. What made you risk the journey here?
I need your help.
Friends, I'd like to introduce you to the last dwarf.
I didn't know there were any left.
That's why I'm the last. I came a long way from the dwarves' underground city in the north. Zurag used to be something, back when we were still mining. But we, completely innocently mind you, unleashed a dark evil. It took all we had to seal it in. We've been guarding it ever since, but now there's just me. Don't know how much longer I can last. Or how long the seal will last. It could go any time. Already getting a bit of evil leakage. Worse than when the plumbing went. So if you can't help and the seal goes, we're finished. Cooked.
If we call timeout for a fairy tale, Zane wins.
What are you saying?
That this evil is sealed, Zane's isn't.
You got it backwards. If we're not gonna fight evil everywhere, then Zane has already won. Otherwise, why are we even here?
That's good. What she said. So, you're going to help?
So, we're gonna ask you to do something you've never done before.
Are you sure? Because I've done a lot. I mean, a lot.
It involves this ancient temple we discovered, housing a magical shrine.
Naturally.
If legends are true, this shrine may be the only hope for Ankaria.
My magical shrine is said to bring forth snow. Of course, it always snows in the north.
Yes, yes. While we've been occupied with Zane's army, the heart of Ankaria barely clings to life.
And if the heart dies?
So does Ankaria.
But if we can somehow activate the shrine's energy, we believe it will revitalize the heart.
Seems worth a shot.
So, all our hard work to save Ankaria? Yeah, that might amount to a pile of nothing if we don't stop Zane's latest stroke of genius.
He's developing a vile weapon in the fortress of Erkenborough, now known as Greyvale.
I just called it that creepy abandoned place beyond the woods.
No. No!
What's wrong?
The weapon. It's finished. He's firing it at...
I know that village.
Alethea, I'm so sorry.
By my brother's earlobe. I hate devastation.
Then we must destroy the weapon, before it destroys again.
Easiest decision we'll ever make.
Despite all his efforts and the greatness of his armies, Emperor Zane has been thwarted time and again. The heroes have proven too clever for Zane's good. The heart of Ankaria grows stronger, not weaker, and now the heroes draw close. Time is of the essence. For Zane has a vision to rise higher than anyone dare reach, and so the heroes only hasten his plan for an unholy ritual. Nothing can stand in the way of the mighty Emperor. The time is now. It must be done. At least that's what I imagine, he says, for he is well guarded inside his twisted basilica. There, Zane hopes to achieve his lifelong dream, to become a god. Time is short.
Zane has readied his endgame. You're going to have to attack him directly at his own enclave, ready or not.
He who rushes will forget to visit the outhouse before leaving.
We can't afford to wait. We have to fight him now. He's defenseless. He's only got his last guard. And his goons.
This should be easy then.
And there's something else. We figured out what he's after.
He wants to destroy Ankaria.
No, he wants to become a god.
Come again?
He's about to perform a ritual that will elevate him to godhood.
I've met the gods. The gods made me. He's no god.
Then whatever you do, the Emperor must fall. It's now or never.
Played!
It's over. It's finally over. You really are awesome. Ankaria is free at long last. That's worth a party at least.
It was nothing.
And so, through courage, strength, and sheer stubbornness, the heroes put an end to the evil Emperor's reign. After hundreds of years of terror, the world could finally enjoy a time of peace. The heroes returned to their lands, spreading the good news, and there was much rejoicing. Though there will be more to do to erase the damage of years of war, the people now have hope they won't be randomly killed by their governing body. However, vigilance must not falter, for the Ashen Army still writhes in the shadows like a headless snake. What dangers could it still pose to weakened Ankaria? But enough doom and gloom. Now is the time for celebration. It's not every day that you save the world.